Humanity has entered the interstellar age. Everyone has to bond with a life-bound battle beast to fight off the beast tide. Battle pets are insanely rare, and they even have to be fed top-grade pills every day just for a chance to evolve. But me? I threw my crippled battle beast into a gravity shredder and fed it high radiation waste and biosludge. Everyone said I was insane. What they didn't know was that I'd awakened the beast torture power-up system. Any poison my beast eats gets turned into god-tier toxin, and getting crushed by extreme force can rebuild a god-tier bloodline. Right then, I listened to the screams coming out of the shredder, my fists clenched tight. If you want to live, suck it up! As time passed, the screams inside the shredder slowly turned into a dragon's roar. I finally let out a breath. It worked. Now it was time to make everyone who bullied me pay. 3 days ago, Shen Yichuan, nephew of the Supreme Commander, demanded 100,000 star coins for protection. When I couldn't pay, he had his men beat me up and dump me into the cannon fodder camp to die. Right then, Scarface, Shen Yichuan's lapdog, came barging in with a silver rank Bone Ripper Warhound. Lin Yuan, your 3 days are up. Pay up or die. Or get on your knees, lick this Warhound's paws clean, and kowtow 3 times. Then I might leave you an intact corpse. Hearing that, I dusted off my hands. Yeah, it's about time for dinner. Come out. Then a 10-foot loach shot out, opened its jaws, and locked onto the Bone Ripper Warhound's neck. Crack. The Warhound's throat snapped in two. It twitched twice, then died. Right after that, the loach started devouring the Warhound in huge bites. Blood splashed all over Scarface. He dropped to the ground in terror. Young Master Shen's Bone Ripper Warhound got one shot by a freaking loach? No way! I stepped on his nose and crushed the bridge flat. Go tell Shen Yichuan his Warhound was trash. Next time, bring me something stronger. Otherwise, my loach won't even want to eat it. Scarface struggled up from the floor, gritting through the pain. Just wait, kid. Young Master Shen won't let this go. Then I turned to my loach. Its scales were glowing in the dark. It had officially evolved into a juvenile dragon. If it wanted to rank up again, it'd need to eat a ton of battle beasts and absorb things like toxic water and other harmful substances. After thinking it over, I took it to Outpost 042, the first base the beast tide always slammed into. I swept my eyes across the camp and saw more than a dozen crippled veterans sprawled all over the ground. The battle beasts lying beside them were all missing limbs too. One iron wire wolf had lost a back leg. Another flame lion was blind in its right eye and even had a gaping wound torn open across its belly. Then a one-armed veteran let out a sneer. New guy? Another toy Shen Yichuan sent here to die. Find yourself a cool spot and lie down. When the beast tide hits tonight, at least you'll go quick. I ignored him and looked up at the system screen instead. Disabled 3-legged iron wire wolf. Sever the broken limb with lightning, rebuild its thunder veins, and it can evolve into a thunder rift wolf. Dying flame lion, feed it blazing sun berserk stone, and it can evolve into a blaze fury destroyer lion. So I raised my voice. Take a look at the rear lines. Shen Yichuan and his noble buddies are drinking red wine and wrapping their arms around pretty girls. Meanwhile, you bled for them and got thrown away like garbage. You seriously okay with that? You gonna kneel to them for the rest of your lives? The one-armed veteran tightened his grip on the rusty war blade in his hand. Bullshit, we never knelt. But our beasts have shattered meridians and broken cores. How the hell are we supposed to fight now? You want us to charge monsters with our bare heads? I pointed at the iron wire wolf and the flame lion. Hand over command. Let me evolve your battle beasts. I'll take you back there and stomp Shen Yichuan's face into the ground. The one-armed veteran shook his head in disappointment. Big talk doesn't mean squat. Once the beast tide gets here, we're all dead. Right as he said that, a shrill alarm suddenly went off, and the lookout on the watchtower screamed. First wave, S-rank Vanguard beast tide. The moment those words landed, the ground started shaking violently, and I snapped my eyes toward the horizon. A black tide was racing straight at us. At the front were thousands of ironclad steel boars, and among them was a silver rank peak beast, a 2-headed venom claw croc. You could feel the pressure from miles away. A comm soldier started slamming his equipment in despair. The comms are dead! HQ cut the signal! Outside the outpost, the swamp had been churned into flying mud by the beast tide, and toxic miasma was quickly spreading everywhere. Seeing that, the one-armed veteran spat on the ground and cursed. They're trying to get us killed. I walked up to the wall and waved a hand. You're giving up already? Come on out, time for a snack. The moment I spoke, the juvenile dragon shot up from behind me and plunged straight into the 1,000 venom swamp. The one-armed veteran couldn't help blurting out when he saw it. Are you insane? That's the 1,000 venom swamp. If your beast goes in there, there won't even be bones left. But just moments later, the system notification rang out. Evolution complete. The abyssal juvenile dragon has devoured the 1,000 venom swamp and advanced into a bronze rank abyssal venom drake. Combat power massively increased. Before the notification even finished, a figure blasted out of the swamp and shot into the sky. Its body stretched from under 10 feet to over 30. Its scales had turned thick and hard. At that sight, the veterans were so shocked their jaws almost hit the ground. Your beast didn't die, it evolved. Holy crap, what even is this? Just then, the thousands of ironclad steel boars charged into the swamp zone. Roaring, they barreled straight toward the outpost. The next second, the abyssal venom drake opened its massive jaws. It swallowed all the toxic miasma within hundreds of meters, along with every ironclad steel boar inside it, in one gulp. Then the 2-headed venom claw croc lunged at the abyssal venom drake. Rip it apart! At my command, the abyssal venom drake dropped from the sky and slammed its left claw onto the croc. Its claws punched straight through the beast's armored hide. The croc twisted in pain. Both heads opened wide and sprayed venom at the venom drake, but the drake twisted aside. Then it seized one of the heads in its jaws and with a violent wrench of its right claw, tore off the other exposed head. Badly wounded, the venom claw croc was quickly devoured by the abyssal venom drake. In less than 10 minutes, over 1,000 Vanguard beasts were wiped out. Then I turned and looked at the stunned veterans. So, who's in command here now? The veterans looked at me, then at the venom drake beside me radiating terrifying pressure. After a brief hesitation, the one-armed veteran rushed forward and dropped to one knee. Old Zhang of Outpost 042 pledges his life to follow you, sir. With one man taking the lead, the others followed. I slapped the alloy wall lightly with my hand. We're going to see Shen Yichuan. I covered the beast tide for him. Now it's time to settle the score. 2 hours later, we reached the base command center. Before we even stepped inside, we could hear music and laughter. Shen Yichuan was clinking glasses with a few rich young masters. Qin Shao, now that's what I call smart. You got rid of that thorn without even drawing blood. And with those old, weak, half-dead men at Outpost 4-2, there's probably not even any bone dust left by now. I kicked the alloy doors of the command center clean off their hinges. The door slammed straight into the banquet table. Expensive wine splashed everywhere and broken porcelain scattered across the floor. Then I strode right in. Young Master Shen, looks like you're in a great mood. So I brought you something to go with the drinks. As I spoke, I slammed a beast head onto Shen Yichuan's desk. It was the head of the two-headed Venom Claw Croc. Shen Yichuan collapsed onto the floor in shock. You're alive? No way, and that Venom Claw Croc? How the hell did you survive? I walked up to him. Disappointed to see me alive? Too bad. Not only did we live, we killed that beast on the way back. So tell me, how are you going to settle this with us? By then the guards had rushed over, but the veterans behind me scared them stiff. None of them dared take a single step forward. Just then, Base Commander Shen Zhenhai walked into the hall with a dark look on his face. He glanced at me, then at the beast head on the floor. Well done. The military rewards merit and punishes failure. Starting today, the original crew of Outpost 042 will be reorganized as the 4th Special Squad. Lin Yuan, you're the captain. Before he could finish, Shen Yichuan scrambled over and grabbed Shen Zhenhai by the pant leg. Uncle, he's just trash from the cannon fodder camp. He only lived because he got stupid lucky. Why does he get to be captain? You can't let him off that easy. Shen Zhenhai shot a cold glance at his nephew on the ground. Useless! You couldn't even handle something this simple. Then Shen Zhenhai looked up at me. But since this is a special squad, the standards will naturally be high. Military resources must go to the Pure Blood Beast Battalion first. From here on out, your squad gets no base supplies, no armor, and no logistics support. The moment he said that, old Zhang was ready to blow up, but I stopped him with a raised hand. Fine by me. But don't say I didn't warn you. Those so-called Pure Blood Battle Beasts aren't even worthy of carrying shoes for my 4th squad.